Hi, I'm Erin Knight, one of the nature educators here at Lake Honesty Nature Preserve. Welcome to Henderson Meadow. This meadow was named for the farmer who once kept cattle here, and all of what you see here and the forest below it was once all cattle farm. As you can see, nature is reclaiming it now, and today you're going to see us helping nature a little bit by practicing some land management. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing here. We are working to help restore some pollinator plots. In 2014, we worked with the NRCS, that's the Natural Resource Conservation Service, to create plots of about an acre each. There's an eastern plot and a western one. And we established plants that attract pollinators, all native grasses and wildflowers that have been very successful to date. And NRCS helped us with a cost share program through our farm plan that included technical assistance, cost reimbursement, herbicide, cultivation, and seed blends. This went well for a long time before we had some weeds creep in, particularly fescue and plantain. And so now we're working to see if we can't get that knocked back a little bit and the desirable plants reestablished in those areas. So we've been doing a little bit of research. We've been thinking about the best way to do that, and here's what we've come up with. Within the two existing pollinator plots, west and east, we've established 8 mini plots, 4 in each. And within those, we're aggressively working to establish that restoration. Each one we've mowed, and then 2 of them we've already planted. But the other 6, we decided to put a glyphosate down first. That's to hit the fescue and other broadleaf weeds aggressively before we put any tender seeds down that might be outcompeted by the weeds. We rough disc those seed areas to further chop up the fescue and prepare the soil. So now we've mixed the seeds with pelletized lime, and we're going to come in and sow that seed today. It's mixed into 16 equal batches, 2 for each of the plots, and the sowing will happen in just a little while. You'll get to see that. Once that's established, we hope to see some really beautiful flowers emerge and fill in where there was once less desirable species. We selected native plant seeds based on a number of factors. Those include value to pollinators, suitability to this site, also ability to thrive in these low moisture conditions. Obviously we can't water easily up here. We have to carry all the water up ourselves. And we also considered the pounds per acre recommendation for that type of seed so we could get the best value for our money if possible. And the cost. Sometimes the highest cost and the highest value to pollinators were directly correlated, so we had to make some tough decisions there, but we think we did a good job weighing those 2 options and considering all factors. But we're happy with our final blend, which includes smooth beard tongue, hairy beard tongue, butterfly milkweed, purple cone flower, slender mountain mint, spiked blazing star, starry silphium, calico aster, New England aster, rigid goldenrod, hoary vervain, and tall ironweed. So that's what's going in among an already well-established grass blend that exists there. So that's what we're hoping to see emerge where the weeds have been knocked back. So why are pollinators important? They're important for their own sake, obviously. We all know that pollinators add a great value to our environment by pollinating our flowers, our fruits, our foods we eat. So we want to make sure we're attracting pollinators, a diverse variety of pollinators, bees, butterflies, moths, etc. Because they have seen declines due to pesticides, habitat loss, droughts due to climate change, a number of factors. But we also want to attract pollinators because they're an important food source, particularly to birds. Did you know that 95% of terrestrial birds eat insects, particularly while they're nesting? So we want to have a great diverse pollinator population here so that we can support our bird population here. Birds are also seeing declines due to climate change and other factors, and we want to make sure we have great food sources for the 220 species of birds you can find here at Lake Honesty Nature Preserve. And we're always hoping to see that number increase as we observe more species over time. All right, so now it's time to start planting, and I'm joined by...
I'm Taylor Phillips.
And we're ready to get started.
Today is the fun part where we get to throw seed out there and see what happens.
Let's go do it.
All right, so we've divided the limestone and the seeds this way to make sure that they're equally divided and equally spread. So for each plot, we'll have 2 buckets. We're going to divide this bucket in half. This is just the limestone. So the limestone doesn't have to be quite as precise as the seeds, which is why we're dividing it here. And we're using limestone because it does add some calcium, magnesium to the soil, which will help the plant growth, and it also makes the pH a little bit more acidic. The seeds need to be a little bit more equally divided, and so I've divided it into 2 cups, and so each cup is going to go into a bucket. If you want to look at the seeds, you'll see why we mix it with a medium. They're really light and airy because they're dispersed by wind. And so by mixing them with something that is more stone-like, it will help them land where we want it to instead of just flying everywhere. So I'll dump one cup per bucket. And then mix it in with the limestone.
All right, so we've planted everything and now we just wait for it to grow. We'll keep you posted on how that looks. So what if someone wanted to do this at home, Taylor? What would you recommend?
It's actually a really fun thing to do at home because you can do it in just about almost any type of space you have, even in a raised bed. But the key thing is making sure that it gets lots and lots of sunlight. A lot of these plants can be drought tolerant, but it's important to make sure that they get watered a lot right after planting the seeds. But the first step is really to get rid of any type of grasses and plants that you have growing in the space you want to use, just to ensure the success of the seeds that you do end up planting, and instead of them having competition, just getting rid of that competition. Depending on what your soil is like, you can always send it to Clemson, or I know Clemson does it. There's probably other people who do it who will test your soil and tell you the pH and other things about it that will help you know what would grow well in that soil or what you can add to your soil in order to grow the things that you want to grow. But yeah, so if your soil needs a different pH to go along with the plants you want to grow, then you can add stuff to it, add some more garden soil, depending on how big your space is. And then throwing out the seed, and you can throw hay over top of the seed just to help it stay there in the ground, watering it, and seeing what happens. That's the fun part about it.
Great. Well, we'll leave it to you to try that at home, and we'll keep you posted on what happens here. So we'll keep you updated on the progress of this project. We're very excited about it. And we wanted to mention that we couldn't have done this without the support of many generous sponsors to this project. We decided not to seek grant funding, but to ask individuals who we knew were passionate about birds and native plants if they would give us donations in support of this. And we found great support. So thank you to all of you who helped us out. And if you watching would like to support us, I wanted to draw your attention to the link in the comments. It is to our COVID-19 GoFundMe support campaign. I know this is a tough time economically, and some of you may not be in a position to give right now. We understand that. But if you are able to give in any amount, small amounts help too. And they show support, which we always appreciate. If you have questions about the Meadow Restoration Project, please put them in the comments below as well. I'll be happy to answer them. And we thank you for watching this video and for your support.